Did you know that over 2.8 million tons of ginger are produced worldwide every year? And guess what? You can grow your own fresh, organic ginger right at home, without a huge garden. In fact, with just a simple container and a few easy steps, you can harvest pounds of delicious, homegrown ginger for a fraction of the store-bought price. Hey there, green thumbs! Welcome back to the channel. If you're looking to start growing ginger in containers and get a huge harvest, you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to show you how to grow ginger in containers and get a huge harvest. That's right, it's affordable, simple, and fun. Ginger is an amazing plant to grow at home. Not only is it a powerhouse ingredient in the kitchen, but it's also loaded with health benefits. The best part? You don't need a huge garden or fancy equipment. Just a container, some soil, and a little patience. First things first, let's talk about what you'll need. A container, bucket, tote, or pot. Potting mix. Ginger root. Water. For just about $1 or $2, you can use any kind of container that holds soil, from a plastic bucket to an old tote. The key is ensuring it has good drainage. Ginger don't like their roots sitting in water. Simply poke a few drainage holes at the bottom with a sharp object like a screwdriver or a knife. This will prevent water from sitting at the bottom and causing root rot. Next up, soil. You don't need anything fancy. A small bag of basic potting mix will do the trick, and you can find it for around $3. This is the foundation for healthy plants. Fill the container about 2/3 of the way with your soil. This leaves enough space for the ginger to grow and spread. But to get the best results, let's make a simple soil mix that will help your ginger thrive. Ginger loves loose, well-draining soil that holds moisture without getting soggy. So, let's improve the potting mix by adding a few things. Compost or aged manure, this adds nutrients to help your ginger grow strong and healthy. About 30% of your mix. Perlite or sand, helps improve drainage and prevents waterlogging. Around 10% of your mix. Coconut coir or peat moss, retains moisture while keeping the soil airy. Optional, but great for keeping soil light and fluffy. Once you've mixed everything well, fill your container with this enriched soil mixture. This will give your ginger the best start possible. Now, for the fun part, ginger. You don't need to buy special seeds to grow ginger. Instead, you can use fresh ginger root from your local grocery store or farmer's market. But not all ginger is ideal for planting, so let me show you what to look for. When picking ginger, look for plump, firm pieces with smooth skin. Avoid anything that looks shriveled or too dried out, as it might struggle to sprout. The best ginger will have little eyes or buds forming on the surface. These are the growth points. See these little bumps? These are where new shoots will grow. The more of these your ginger has, the better your chances of getting a good harvest. One important tip, if possible, choose organic ginger. Many store-bought, non-organic ginger roots are treated with growth inhibitors to prevent sprouting. If you can only find non-organic ginger, don't worry. Just soak it in warm water overnight to help remove any chemicals and wake up the buds. Soaking ginger for 8 to 12 hours before planting also helps hydrate it and speeds up sprouting. Once you've got a healthy piece of ginger with active buds, you're ready for the next step, planting. Alright, now that we've got the perfect ginger root, let's get it into the soil. Step 1, cutting and prepping the ginger. If your ginger root is big, you can actually cut it into smaller pieces and grow multiple plants. Just make sure each piece has at least 1 or 2 strong buds. After cutting, let the pieces dry for a day or 2. This helps form a protective layer over the cut area, preventing rot once planted. Step 2. Positioning the ginger in the container. Now, let's plant. Lay your ginger pieces flat on the soil with the buds facing up. Unlike other plants, ginger grows horizontally, so don't plant it too deep. Once your ginger is in place, lightly cover it with about an inch of soil, just enough to protect the root while still allowing it to breathe. Step 3. Watering and placement. Give it a gentle watering to moisten the soil, but don't drench it. Ginger doesn't like soggy conditions. Now, place your container in a warm, shady area. Ginger loves warmth but doesn't like direct, intense sunlight. A spot with indirect light or partial shade is perfect. Step 4. Waiting for sprouts. Now, patience is key. In about 2 to 3 weeks, you should see little green shoots emerging. That's when you know your ginger is off to a great start. From here, it's all about keeping the soil moist and watching your ginger grow. Step 5. Caring for your ginger. Now that your ginger is planted, let's talk about how to care for it to ensure a huge harvest. 1. Watering. Ginger loves moisture, but too much water can cause root rot. The key is to keep the soil consistently damp but never soggy. A good rule of thumb is to water whenever the top inch of soil feels dry. If it feels dry, give it a light watering. If it's still damp, wait a little longer. Overwatering is one of the biggest mistakes new gardeners make, so be careful. 2. Mulching for better growth. To help maintain moisture and keep the soil temperature stable, add a layer of mulch around your ginger. You can use dried leaves, straw, or even grass clippings. This also helps prevent weeds from competing with your ginger for nutrients. 3. Feeding your ginger. Since ginger is a slow-growing plant, it benefits from a little extra nutrition. Feed your ginger every 3 to 4 weeks with an organic liquid fertilizer or compost tea. A balanced fertilizer, like October 10th 10 or 555, works great. If you prefer organic methods, compost tea is a fantastic way to boost growth naturally. 4. Providing the right light and temperature. Ginger thrives in warm temperatures but prefers indirect sunlight. If you live in a hot climate, keep it in a spot with partial shade. If you're growing ginger indoors, place it near a bright window but away from direct sun. The ideal temperature for ginger is between 75 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, 24 to 29 degrees Celsius. If it gets too cold, growth will slow down, so try to keep it in a warm, humid environment. 5. Controlling pests and diseases. Luckily, ginger isn't a magnet for pests, but sometimes you might spot aphids, spider mites, or fungus gnats. If that happens, just spray the leaves with neem oil or a mild soap solution to keep them away. Also, make sure there's good airflow around your ginger to prevent fungal diseases. If you notice any yellowing leaves, don't panic. It's usually just part of the natural growth process. After months of care, it's finally time to harvest your ginger. But how do you know when it's ready? Let's take a closer look. 1. Signs that your ginger is ready to harvest. Ginger typically takes about 8 to 10 months to fully mature. The biggest sign that your ginger is ready for harvest is when the leaves start to dull and dry out. This means the plant is putting all its energy into the roots, which is exactly what we want. If you don't want to wait that long, you can start harvesting baby ginger after about 4 to 5 months. Baby ginger has a milder flavor and a more tender texture, perfect for fresh eating. 2. How to harvest your ginger. Now, let's harvest. Start by carefully loosening the soil around the base of the plant with your hands or a small tool. Be gentle, you don't want to damage the ginger rhizomes. Once the soil is loose, grab the base of the stem and gently lift the ginger out. Look at that, fresh, homegrown ginger. 3. Cleaning and storing your ginger. After harvesting, rinse off any dirt with water. If you don't plan on using it right away, you can store fresh ginger in the refrigerator for a few weeks. Just place it in a paper towel and store it in a breathable bag. For long-term storage, you can freeze it. Just peel the ginger, chop it into small pieces, and store it in an airtight container in the freezer. This way, you'll always have fresh ginger ready to go. 4. Replanting for the next season. The best part? You don't have to start from scratch. Just break off a piece of your harvested ginger with visible buds and replant it. This way, you can keep growing ginger year after year. And that's it. Growing ginger in containers is a simple and rewarding process. With a little patience and care, you can have homegrown ginger for your kitchen. So, what are you waiting for? Start growing your own ginger today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more gardening tips.